my bad. It's the audio settings here. Sorry guys. Alright, so just saying we've got news at 8 for GBP. Alright. So oftentimes we see with this news at 8, we only really get a true push at 9 o'clock. So looking at what's going on right now on GJ, we are pulling back into this level from yesterday, this resistance that we broke above, 166,220. I'll be looking for support to form in and around that level. Otherwise we've got resistance at 166,890 where I could potentially be looking for buys as well. Daily candle looks really nice here. We've closed above all of this resistance. We've got some more range to the next level of resistance, so we are forming a nice steep bottom wick on this daily candle. We'll see how the news comes out, but if the news is good, you could expect to see price move up into this resistance 167,800 today. Otherwise there is a lot of news this week. We've got GBP CPI tomorrow, but overall the price action looks pretty good to drive up. Okay, for the time being I've got no sells for the time being. Let's see. Yeah, I'd probably need price to break below this 165,200 area for sells. So you can see that's not really in the picture for me today. Just waiting for support to form or break above resistance for some buys. This news is about to come out now. Okay, so that's my plan here on GJ today. Let's have a quick look at gold. So gold, your daily is also bullish right now, and same story with GJ. Our daily candle has come down to create a bottom wick, so if we can find support on the lower time frame, we could take buys in line with the daily buys here. Just want to see how this news came out real quick. What's up, John Wick? Okay, looks like pretty good news here, other than this. Mixed numbers. Okay, will be interesting to see. That makes it a little bit more tricky if there's mixed numbers, but we'll see how it goes. Just gonna wait for 9 o'clock here. Morning, Jared. Right, let's finish our analysis here on gold. Gold, so you can see that we've been having these really nice pushes down in line with the higher time frame. Alright, looks like we are in some pullback structure right now. You can see things get choppy when we are pulling back here, so we'll just have to take it easy, take it slow, wait for the correct confirmations. There's no rush here on gold. Looks like we are forming support on this previous resistance area. Okay, like I say, your daily time frame here makes sense to be looking for bars, support to form on the lower time frame. This is your bottom wick on the daily candle. If we can form support, price drives up, your daily candle will flip bullish. There's also potential to fill this wick from yesterday, so I like the idea of bars from this area. Let's see, you've already got a bullish candle closure here. Your previous candle was just a doji. Price is just consolidating right now, so let's see, let's wait for this hourly candle closure. If we can get a nice strong bullish candle closure, we should have some buys here. I like that we formed support on this previous level from yesterday, 1720. Otherwise we can zoom in here a little bit on the 15-minute. You've got resistance right here at 1723. If we can break above that level, we should be alright for buys here, moving up to 1726. And like I say, could potentially also fill the wick from yesterday, so final targets for the day will be 1734. For sells, let's see, I know this range right here is really clean, but I'll be honest, I'm going to avoid this for the time being. Just because your daily is bullish at the moment, I believe we'll only really see that nice bearish pressure if we can break below 1712. Just looking at structure here, you got higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So this is still bullish structure. If we come down into this level, if price comes down into this level, we can easily form support in this level and still continue to move back up to the highs. So very much bullish until we break below 1712, at least for today. So I had this level marked up here at 17.23, 670. But looking on the hourly, it doesn't look as clean as the lower time frames here. Thing is, if we close above that level right there, we've still got this rejection area right here. So I'm just going to keep an eye on how the hourly candle is closing, see if we have enough range to this potential rejection area. Like I say, if we can get a strong bullish candle closure here on the hourly, we should be good to continue moving up. But I want to see how it closes. Gold is looking bullish for today. Upcoming news, however, show me that we won't have a trade in London. Possibly. GJ, very rangy right now. Waiting for us to pull back into 166.200 and form support. Otherwise, waiting for a break of 166.890. Yeah, we do have USD CPI today. So highly likely that we won't even get a trade on gold today. We'll have to see. There's some volume coming in right now. Good day, good morning, Jeff. See our mixed numbers here for the pound. Good news, bad news, good news. Pushing up nicely right now. Yeah, for me it's going to be best to wait for London Open, yeah, so no trades for now. Let's see how the hourly candle closes. GJ, yeah, we obviously just need GJ to break out of this range. 80 or what are you going on about? Alright guys, I'm gonna go make some coffee quick. We're waiting for candle closures here anyway. So I'll be right back. Just give me 5 minutes. What's up, Zonda? Zonda Vasachi. If support doesn't form, will I be looking for sells below? No, not necessarily. Arguably, you could say that there's clean traffic. About 38 pips here. But overall, your daily is very, very bullish. And this whole area is definitely going to be a nice area for price to find support. So I don't want to be taking sells into this area. What's up, Jared? Good, and you?
Jeez, you made a quick cup of coffee, eh?
What is it? Carl was talking to me about this yesterday, saying my kettle boils very quickly. The thing is, someone's usually boiled it already.
Oh.
So it's like, it's already still warm, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you, eh? Jeez, ATR went ham this morning, eh?
Yeah, there was another oak I also saw you timed out there.
Yeah, I think it was the same guy. I think YouTube just took yours over my timeout, but I also did time him out. Yeah. And Jeffo Trader also timed him out. Yeah.
Yeah, Oak's coming here, Cowboys calling out trades and so on, you know.
Yeah. Jeez.
I just don't get it. You know, you come to a live stream generally to learn or whatever, you know. Some guys come purely to piggyback, and then you get the guys who come to call out trades. I just don't get it. Like, start your own live stream, or I don't know. But I mean, the trades that these guys are calling out are super cowboy trades. I mean, if they're gonna keep trading like that, they're gonna keep watching people's live streams, never learning anything, and you know, never become independent. So that's on them, really. I'm
And
not
as well, they're
really
like,
giving it
sell
the time
gold
of day
now.
today.
Sell gold now. Then a minute later, buy gold now. No, okay, I buy more gold. Okay, no, now sell your gold. Like, yeah, dude. Sitting on the 3-second charts, eh?
3-second shot, must be.
Yeah, I'm just also quickly gonna pour myself some coffee.
Sure.
I was boiling the kettle now before you jumped on Discord.
Cool. Do I only trade London session? No. I do trade New York from time to time. I was trading both for quite some time, but I've stepped away from New York to do you know, do the things I need to do during the day. So I'm generally finished with my trading in the morning. But you know, a lot of these moves from the stream, the plans from the stream, if they don't play out in London, they play out in New York. So there's often times that I take plans from the stream and I will go and trade that plan in New York. You know, that's generally the only time if I can see, okay, this setup from London is playing out now during New York or pre-New York, I'll execute on that. But otherwise, I'm not really sitting at the chart for New York. Is multi-time frame important, or does it depend on your trading style? I think it's important no matter what. To just build up a picture of what price is doing all the way from the higher time frames to the lower time frames. What is up with this candle here? Because if you can understand that your monthly is bearish, let's say, then you're going to have a better idea of what the weekly candle's doing. If you can see what the weekly candle's doing, you can make more sense of what the daily candle's doing, and so on.
Yeah, multi-time frame analysis is super important. You have to...
Like here on GJ, you know, we can see that the weekly is bullish. I don't know why this candle looks so funny, but ignore that. We can see the weekly is very bullish here. Your daily, look at yesterday's candle, very bullish. Okay, like I said, we've closed above this resistance area. So now, guys were asking what about sells on GJ today. Personally, after a day like this, yesterday, I've only really seen candles move up. Okay, 9 out of 10 times. Worst case scenario, this candle kind of just sits like this and the next day we move up. But it's very unlikely that we see price move down here. You know what I mean? There's this support area, there's this resistance we broke above, and if price comes down here on the lower time frames, like I said earlier on, we'll be looking for support in this area. So that's your multi-time frame analysis. Daily candles, okay, closed above resistance. Lower time frame, we wait for support to form here, and that's basically your daily candle wick being formed there. So as that daily candle comes down, forms a wick, we're pulling back here on the lower time frame, finding support, and like I was discussing earlier as well, if we can find support here with volume, you should see this daily candle flip, and we'll continue to drive up, potentially to fill this daily range here all the way to 167.830. Do you look at candles on higher time frame and structure on the lower time frame? Yeah, I suppose I do look at structure on hourly, 30-minute, 4-hour, but I'm still looking at candles on the lower time frames as well. I suppose more for entries though. So for instance, now if I'm looking for buys here, I want to see a candle close above this level, 166.890. Or if we could pull back a little bit lower into this 166.220 level and get a nice bullish candle off of this level, that'll be my confirmation for buys. We've already got this pretty bullish candle right here Looks like it's going to close here on the 30 minute. But I really wanted to see price tap into 166,220. So for now, I'm just waiting. We're still in this consolidation. Stay out of that.
Yesterday I took my first GJ trade in so long and I got trapped in that range / consolidation.
Oh shit.
Jeez, I was like, oh, this is why I don't go away from gold.
Yeah, that trade from London yesterday went back to break even, but it's just consolidated.
Yeah, no, yes. I've been on the stream and then I get load shedding and then I'm like, shit, man, like, yes, and my laptop doesn't have the best battery, so pretty much pointless hotspotting and then the signal is cuck. So it's just like shit. So, wow.
No, I found the laptop suffers with using the hotspot. Doesn't work too well.
It like can do the basics, but it doesn't load everything well.
So to the guy in chat shouting bars on gold, are you not shitting yourself right now?
Is that one that you muted? ATR
Yeah.
or something? Yeah. He probably already took his profits at a pip below the high that it created.
Yeah, super accuracy. See, the thing is, as we move up into this kind of rectangle that I've drawn up here, you could reject any of these areas. Look at that, support there, support. Okay, you got resistance right there. To the left, you got this level right here. All these wicks. So you can see as price moves up into this level, we just reject. Hence, I'm not taking trades within this range right now. I'll be a little bit more comfortable taking a trade if we get a nice bullish candle closure on the hourly, right at London Open. Otherwise, I'm avoiding this for now.
Connor?
Just hold on. Connor, are you in market fluidity? Do you trade amidst same as Roger? I'm not in market fluidity now. But I did watch Roger's streams. I mean, I think that's quite straightforward, easy to see. What's up, Nico?
It's muted.
I wanted to ask you about Carl. So, do you want me? Are you gonna put me off stream so I don't talk to stream, and then I can still talk to you too, or must I just leave it completely and just watch you?
I can't really adjust the volume for both of you. It's like in one. It's just the volume for Discord.
Oh. Now then, let's last it. Then I'll join another time.
Okay, cool.
Enjoy, but we'll be watching you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, stay in the chat there.
Pressure.
Alright.
Sure, cheers.
What do you guys do before trading?
I was an electrician.
I was almost about to answer by like, what I do before I come to the charts every morning.
Actually, I don't know. I thought that's what he was asking. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, no, I think you could be right. Yeah, I used to follow Connor around and give him his tools.
Yeah. My tool boy.
I was Connor's appy.
Well, I was actually an appy. I never got qualified.
Jeez. And now imagine how hard it was being the appy's appy.
Yeah.
It was basically the appy's nappy.
You could say that.
That was a dumb JK. I take that back. Let's delete this live stream and start again.
What did you do before trading, Jared? Like,
um,
in terms of work?
sorry. So just I did quite a few things. I sold stuff. I was at varsity. I worked at a trading company. There's a whole bunch that I actually did there. But the main was like working at a trading company. Then you'd go there every day and trade, give like your analysis and all that. So, and then I still have a couple side hustles now. So yeah, it's not like my only source of income, but
Yeah,
it probably isn't the biggest. You know what I mean?
that's cool. What trading company was it?
It was a company in Woodmead. I can't remember the exact name. I have their card somewhere. I must actually just have a look for it. Um, but yeah, I'll think of the name, then I'll get back to you about it. Jeez, it was yes. What was it like 4 years ago? Eh? Three,
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Is that the place you learned to trade?
Yeah,
I remember you
yeah,
spoke about it long ago.
yeah. But I must say, now okay, if I speak about them, I'm not going to give the name because I'm not into bashing or anything like that.
Yeah.
But watching Roger streams for free, you're going to pick up a lot more than going there and paying like 30 grand to learn how to trade.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're very expensive and they teach you the basics, yeah, I must admit. And majority of the people that work there don't even trade their own funds. They just like they have a cover that they do, but they don't.
Or do they trade other people's funds?
No, not even that. They just like give signals, hold classes, they're like
Oh.
and then
So they
the
scammers.
what essentially, if I could say it like that, the one time when I knew, yo, I need to get out of here, was one of the head like analysis givers, if I can call him that, analysts or whatever the word is.
Analyst.
Yeah, analyst, yes.
Yeah.
He comes to me and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna send out. This is what we're looking for, and I'm like, well, man, I don't think that's a good idea for this reason. And he's like, okay. And he literally deleted it and he's like, from buy to sell. And he just sends it out. And I'm like, yeah. I was like,
Just from what you said.
he's like, hey, I'm an idiot. Like, why are you listening to me?
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. Trusting you on this, Jared.
He's like, they gave no shits, dude. I was like, yo, okay. Yeah.
What's up,
So I was
David?
like, dude, yeah. No, but like, did you imagine, Con? You're like, okay, we're looking for buys here. I'm like, Connor, wait, look at the 5 minutes. It's a bearish candle. Okay, guys, we're looking for sells here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you just send it, like, sell now. Like, yo, dude, I was like, man. And they taught like the basics, like, all your setups, how to actually, get the platforms and everything. And then they taught the basics, like risk management, look for 1 to 5. And then they would give like the most basic patterns. Like you just look for the head and shoulders. Then they'd show you a perfect example of a head and shoulders. That only happens like one day out of a month. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah, that's the
you
thing
know,
when you're learning theory, when you're learning patterns and that, it's never as clear on the chart.
it's cherry picking.
It takes
I can't-
experience to be able to see those things on a real-time chart.
But not even that. It's like you could say, okay, cool. I see a cup and handle. Here's how it looks. And then you went back 16 years, 5 days, and 6 seconds, and there was a cup and handle, but it's never formed again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you're like, yo, that's so accurate. Look at what it did. It did exactly what they said. But when are you gonna see it again? You know what I'm saying? And then with patterns, I also am very sus about them because you get like majority of the time you only see the pattern after it's happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like
It's like
indicators.
exactly, yeah.
Welcome, Stian from Cape Town.
Build land with what?
You trying to read the Afrikaans? I didn't
Maybe
even
they
try.
say Yeah, he's saying you must build land where the wine comes from, or where the wine is.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a good approach here. He says the rest of the year he's not trading London, he's just watching, only trading New York session. You guys have to have that type of patience. Have that patience to sit and watch something play out 100 times before executing on it.
Joseph Frequency is so cock. He's not saying build land anywhere.
He's saying bowland. Hey, what is that then?
Domnai.
No,
Domnai.
bowland. Is that not what it is?
That's not.
I was a bit skeptical of Jared's translation.
No, my Afrikaans is actually good. Yo, and then he just dips, eh? Okay, yeah, I definitely got that fucking wrong, yeah. Wow. Are you sure?
Yeah, Poland is a
okay.
place.
Oh, I thought it was like, fucking hell, okay, embarrassed, I get it, yes. I don't trust the Saiti. maybe I'm just doing that for the views, eh? Now people are gonna come to the stream, eh? Now Nick is back. I'm gonna get tuned again. I'm scared. Can I leave now? How do I throw my laptop out the window?
I've only recently figured out discipline and basically break even after 2 years. That's great. That's great progress, though. If you break even after 2 years, I think you're doing flipping well. Where did I learn to trade? Watching live streams. I mean, there's so many places on the internet where you can learn to trade, but I think live streams are one of the best places because you're seeing someone go through their day-to-day process, how they're looking for trades, actually executing and managing, you know. You're seeing how it's done. You can only learn so much theory, and then I think obviously learning fundamentals is something that takes a lot of time and experience. So that's an ongoing learning process. I'm still learning about fundamentals, but in terms of technical analysis, executing trades, managing, you know, watching someone else do that for some time, you'll pick it up pretty quickly.
And in my opinion, it's like when you're learning, you need to have like 20% technicals, actually learning everything how to actually do it, and then it's 80% execution. Because I can teach you about candles all day, but they're completely different when it's actually a new candle. That's why like going back and saying, oh, I would have done this and this and this at London Open, just it's useless because you've seen what it's done.
You know, that's the one thing about trading. I always say it's a practical thing. So a lot of people ask me, about trading, whatever, and I say, okay, here's Baby Pips. Go check out Baby Pips. And they read through it, okay, respect, but they say, oh no, it's boring. They never get to the actual practical part of it where you're putting in trades, and that's where you'll really learn, and that's where you'll start to enjoy it. No one fucking wants to read Baby Pips. Actually push through and get to the point where you're making some trades, and you might just enjoy it. People don't give it that chance. So when I was doing my electrical course, for the first 3 months we were in class, we were doing theory. It's a lot of calculations, formulas, and that stuff was very confusing and difficult. It's difficult to grasp because you've never seen this stuff in real life. You're just seeing it on paper. And then once I went into the workplace and started actually working on these things that I've been learning about, everything started to click, and it was so much easier once I'm working with my hands. It's the same with trading. You can't just go and read Baby Pips and then say, oh no, this is too hard. It's gonna start to make sense once you actually start doing it. So that's the thing. I think a lot of people that they don't even really get to the point of making trades because they stuck on the theory. They're so concerned about learning, but it's more of a practical thing. You got to practice. Like Jared said, it's 80% execution. That's where you're going to do most of your learning.
And you actually learn, like, the huge thing about it is you need to learn the discipline behind what you've learned, because we can preach and preach and preach. Yeah, you need to do this when you see the setup, but you could take that setup, it could work out beautifully, and then 15 minutes later you see a new candle. You're not meant to take the trade, but you take the trade, lose your profits. Now you're like, shit, man, now I need to get back to the $100. So you take another trade, and then you get to $88. Now you're like, okay, I'm just quickly going to scalp $12. Then you lose 50. Then you're like in this huge, like, mental game, like, oh, I need to at least get to 100 today. Then you go negative, and now you're like, okay, I just want to get back to break even. And you take all these dumbass trades to try to get back to break even, and then before you know it, there's 5% of your account gone, and you're like, shit, man, like, only if I just accepted the first one, that it was a good trade, it was a good setup, I executed well, and I was happy. So then that's where your motion comes from.
Jared, Stian says you must stop talking cuck.
I don't know, eh?
Die
I don't
Hund
know what
bluff.
Yeah. No, that's a rave we have with English people, especially in
no,
Afrikaans. You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about. Like, how good is your Afrikaans? Die Hond bluff. Can you
yeah.
say anything else? Die Hond bluff baie. Like,
I like it, Stian. Stick with it, man. It wasn't a waste of time, like you said, you break even, and as I said, break even after 2 years is really not too bad. Most people are still in a loss after 2 years. So you've come a long way, and just stick with it. But yeah, journaling helps a lot.
yeah, no, journaling helps like tenfold there. But did you see my Instagram story?
Let's check. That was quick, Jared.
Yeah, no, really, yeah. I really actually want to fucking read baby pips.
Yeah, but seriously, like, a lot of people ask me about trading and they never get past baby pips. I understand it's not for everyone, but like, you didn't even try. You know what I mean? Zonda completed his N2 electrical 3 months ago. Well done, Zonda. Yeah, I never got that far. The idea was to go back and finish it, but yeah. No, listen. Let's see what's
Just
cracking
Connor,
here.
you up 1,502 pips for the year.
Yeah, that's just on the stream.
Jeez. It's under. If I can give my 2 cents, dude, like, there's absolutely no shame in having a job to build up capital while you're learning to trade. Like, that's actually gonna help you immensely with discipline, and because when you work for, let's just say you can like save $5 grand a month, and then you fund your account, it's like you've worked hard for this money, so you like, shit, man, I actually really have to use risk management, and it's gonna help your mindset, because if you go and fund 5 grand after a month's worth of saving and then you blow it in a week, it's like, yo, you know, like, but if somebody just gives you 5 grand and you blow it, you're like, ah, you know, I'm not really better off or worse. It's just, it happened, you know? So there's absolutely no shame in saying, like, you know, I'm working, building up capital, trading part-time. Even if you're just paying like 1 bill a month from your trading, I mean, that's flipping amazing, especially in the beginning. And with getting into trading, I always stress the importance of capital retention, because 99% of people that get into trading, when you ask them, yo, how was your first year or two? Yo, bro, I lost so much money, oh my word. Like, I'm in this deep dark hole, I don't even know what to do. Where if you just use risk management from day one, even though you might be in a loss, you're not as bad off as the guy that's blown, you know, 60 grand that year. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, cool. You know, I've got 47, but now I've got the skills. So next year is going to be better. And then I can still fund and fund and fund. And eventually you're risking, you know, 2 grand a day, you know, and that's good risk management for you. That's only 1 or 2%. So, Con, if you agree with that.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Gold sells to fill the imbalance. Look, guys, I don't really work with imbalances, so I'm not entirely sure where the imbalance is here, but I was saying earlier on, this range is very clean. But looking at the daily, I would want to avoid this range with sells. Okay, because I'm looking at the daily here, anticipating us to flip bullish on this daily candle. So I don't want to get too eager with sells here. I would be happy once we broke yesterday's low to then start looking for some sells. Also, looking at the structure here, I think there's actually a perfect little trend line here to show you a better example. You know, once we break this structure, like I was saying early on, higher highs, higher lows, right? This right here, the structure is bullish. So only once we break structure here could we start considering sells. And what I mean by breaking structure is this is your previous higher low right here. So price can still come down all the way to this level, respect this level, and continue to move up. Now I know this is a big range, and if you were anticipating price to move down to the support, you could definitely take sells and, you know, execute on that idea. But just be aware, you've also got daily resistance and support in this area, looking here, alright, and looking here. So that leaves you with even less range right now, because we could potentially see price break into this range, alright, tap into this rejection area, and then continue to move up. Like I say, very much based off the daily, I'd rather be looking for buys here right now. Also keep in mind we have CPI later, so we may just be a little bit rangy here this morning.
CPR this morning for...
Sorry, this afternoon. Did I say this morning?
Yeah, I think so.
This afternoon. Got 7 minutes here. Right, your hourly candle here on gold doesn't look too bad. Looks like we'll close bullish. The one thing that concerns me is this 30-minute right now is a pretty strong rejection candle. Yeah, that's definitely not the cleanest. Could potentially fill this wick here on the next hourly candle. But I'd say that this is pretty choppy right now. I think I might stay out and rather just wait for a closure above 17.26. Here on GJ, looks like your hourly will close quite nice and bullish here. I wanted to see us pull down a little bit lower into this 166220 level. So we'll just have to see right now. Price is in consolidation. If the hourly could close above this resistance right here, there's a very high probability that we fill this range. It's about 20 pips here. So you could get to break even as we tap into this resistance, maybe take off some profit and leave runners into your next targets here. But I don't know, we'll have to see how this candle closes first.
So you're looking for anything on London Open, Com? Or are you just gonna wait to see how it plays out?
Just gonna wait to see how it plays out. Right now, the way these candles are looking, I don't think there's any trade here. Gold. Gold looks a little bit better right now. Nope. 30-minute flip bearish again. See if we could close above this level now with London open volume. I'd be happy to take bars above here, but right now price is consolidating, so we just need to wait. GJ, okay, GJ is pushing up here. Could get this closure above this most recent resistance. Yeah, GJ's looking good, yeah.
Sorry, say that again, bro.
GJ is looking good to me. If we close above 166,670. Looking at the hourly, you do have range moving up here. It's about a 20 pip range. And then based off the daily, I'm anticipating this daily candle to flip and continue driving up here. "30 seconds right now. Stops are about 30 pips, 28 pips. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, I was a little bit slow there. You see, I wanted to see a bottom wick being formed here, just so that I could put in my buy stop, but we opened up and drove straight up. So we've got a lot of volume here. Let's just be patient, see what happens. If we can come back down and create a bottom wick, could potentially have a lower time frame entry here. Otherwise, I'll just wait for a closure above 166,890. Okay, gold is closed below resistance, so nothing here. Broken previous 4-hour highs here on GJ as well. Quite confident that we should continue to move up here, so if we could just wait for a candle closure. There's no rush. Pushing here. Gold looks like trash for London. It does.
Oh no, London's taking the cake for gold there. London's taking the cake today for London session.
What, Jared? London's taking the cake for London session.
I mean, sorry, GJ's taking the cake for London session.
Yeah, GJ is looking clean here.
GBP can sell? Question mark.
I mean, see, now the reason we want to wait for closure at this point is we have tapped into this resistance. So price could still reject this level, Alright, so we don't want to enter just right now at resistance. We need to wait for a closure above this level. When we know price has cleared this resistance and we are now into this new range right over here. Would be ideal to see a 30-minute candle closure above resistance. A 15 for me is not really going to cut it. I don't like a 15-minute confirmation. Even if this 15-minute candle closes above and we drive here, then I just miss the trade. But I need to see a solid confirmation above here. Here goes gold.
Somebody's asking, now can GJ sell?
Yeah, I don't know. This guy... I don't know. I don't know if he's trolling or what.
I think he's serious. I think maybe if you're open to it, maybe just give a breakdown of if like a resistance creation and then what you'll look for from the resistance. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean, Jared?
Like for example, if something's coming up to resistance and it just taps in with the bullish candle,
Okay.
then it's never a sell. But if you get the creation of a resistance and then it starts pushing down, what you may be looking for.
Okay.
So the difference between that, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait, let me just open up something here.
No, I think that'll be like a good bit of education for him, so he sort of sees what you should have a look for when you're selling a resistance, instead of just blindly selling resistance.
You guys are lucky. Jared is so forgiving today. I was just gonna let you be stupid. Trying to open up Zoom annotations here. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, but what this guy's asking is sells on GJ right now. Right now there is nothing telling you to sell GJ. Other than the fact that we are sitting at this resistance. Maybe he's just seeing prices at resistance and he wants to sell. But you need to be looking at the bigger picture here. Alright, so we spoke about multi-time frame analysis earlier on. We were looking at the daily. Daily has closed above resistance. We are now in this range, looking to fill the range, drive up to 167,800. So, on the lower time frame, we were looking for a support to be formed and for price to continue moving up. Alright, as of right now, price is just sitting in a range. So, at this point, you need to see a break out of this range for more buys. But in terms of sells, there's absolutely nothing here. And if you were wanting to take sells, I would preferably wait for a break out of this range. Other than that, there's absolutely nothing telling you to take sells right now. So no sells on GJ. If you want to take sells on GJ, have fun. What's up, Ian?
You're so forgiving today.
Yeah, no. I don't have patience today. As we reject here on gold, I'm just thinking about that guy earlier on. Buy gold now. Volume will push us through. Come on, just buy it, man. No fear. Oh my god. What a retard.
She's gone. What the equivalent of throwing hands this morning? Jeez, I'm trying to do the annotations on TradingView, and is it difficult, eh?
What do you mean? Zoom annotation?
No, on TradingView, using the tools
Oh.
on Trading.
NAS 100 sells. Let's have a look at this. I'm not going to trade it. But I used to trade NAS, so this interests me. I used to only trade NAS.
I remember that, yo.
Every day after work, I'd come here, steal my safety boots. Just trade NAS. I think it's the Rwanda NAS. Yeah. You can see here the correlation with indices and gold, just for interest's sake. Pretty much the same movement throughout the year, with interest rates being increased. We see these moves down in the stock market. So now we are also in some sort of pullback phase here, just like on gold. And when we are in these pullback phases, things do get a little bit choppy. Overall, for right now, NAS looks quite bullish. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much of a muchness. I mean, NAS is uptrending here right now, so I would just be careful with sells. GJ is coming back to give us a chance here. So he came back to create that bottom wick. Let's wait and see how this 30-minute candle closes. If we can close like this on the 30 minutes, what I'll look for on the new 30-minute is a bottom wick to be formed tapping into 166,670, and then potentially to get involved on the flip to drive up and fill this wick, and like I say, on the daily, continue to drive up. I find my eyes are so sensitive to light, and this ring light is killing me. I think next week you're gonna see me on stream with sunglasses.
I love how David is retracting his messages, but you can still see it on the live stream.
Can you? Wait, I wanna go see. Because I was wondering what he deleted here.
Like if you're actually watching the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'll check now.
David, what you doing now?
Exposed. My man was exposed.
What you're doing now is the equivalent of when you and your girlfriend are having a fight. And you're like, I never said that. And then she pulls out screenshots and she's like, oh, look here. Look, you did say that. You said that.
Hey, Jared, I think my girlfriend's watching, dude.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. Came down to create a nice bottom wick, forming support here on the 5 minute. Still think it'll be safest to just wait for a closure above 166,890 at this point. You could see us form support here on a 5 minute for this range. But it's tricky, we've already reacted to that resistance, so I'd rather just see us close above there first. So we missed this initial move up right at London Open because I wanted to see a bottom wick on the hourly candle. So it paid to just wait, because you can see now we've come back down to create that bottom wick. And right now, if we can move up here, close above resistance, we're going to have a lot more range to move up we can have a much safer stop. So this is perfectly fine. We missed out on an okay opportunity for a great opportunity. And gold is doing absolutely nothing right now. Looks like a pretty solid resistance here. But like I say, no sells for me in this area. Okay guys, we've got 9 minutes here for this closure, so I'll be right back. Let's see. We really want to see this candle close above 166,890. Do I ever follow Inner Circle Trader? Nope, I do not. Right, 5-minute pound support here. Let's see if we can drive up. Thank you for the sub, Computer Innovations.
Dude, when people sub to your channel, how come not all of them come up? Only like 1 or 2 here and there.
Some people's profiles are on private, so
Oh.
yeah, if your profile is on private, it won't show. Like I
I
can
see.
see these same people who show up on the screen. If I
Yeah.
go and look at my subscribers, I can see them there, but I can't see all of my subscribers
Oh.
because obviously those who have private accounts, you know, they don't show up.
Yeah.
4 minutes. We need GJ to push a little bit here. Gold 30-minute may close above this 1724 level, but I'm not completely convinced. I want to stay locked in on GJ here. I prefer the setup on GJ. If you can get a closure above 1726 950, that's going to be a lot safer buys for me. For now, I'll rather stay out of this range on gold and stick to GJ.
GBPJPY, dude, I must admit, being part of a live stream definitely cures the boredom of trading, eh? Yo,
Yeah, it does.
sheesh.
Oh, but better than sitting here alone.
Facts, eh? Even just like watching one, even if you're not like directly involved in it, yo.
Yeah. Because you also got the chat. I mean, chat's a bit quiet right now, but you know, there's some days where chat is really having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're cutting it fine here. 40 seconds. We might not get this closure above. May have to wait for the hourly candle here. So you can see here why we wouldn't want to enter in the middle of this range. Prices moved up, tapped into resistance, we've pushed back down. You know, this is the kind of price action we see in ranges. If we could potentially pull back down to 166,670 and then respect the support once again, maybe a bullish closure on a 5-minute, we could potentially take buys off of this level, but much safer at this point to see a closure above 166,890. You can see we would have had a hard time with buys on the break of the highs here. Right now it looks like we are rejecting on gold.
Cheers, Pachakon. I think I'm going to be off for the morning. Literally nothing is piquing my interest there.
Yeah, pretty
With
slow today.
gold, so I think I'm going to head off now, go grab a meal, and then head off to gym. So I'll check your eggs later or tomorrow.
Cool, you're gonna trade New York.
Yeah, I think I am. Gonna join.
I'm thinking about streaming CPR.
If you can, I'll definitely be on that stream.
I just want to watch back the last month's stream because I streamed CPR, but I never took any trade. I just want to see how it played out.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
no stress, Pacha. Just shoot me a message if you do decide to do it.
okay, cool. Or you'll
Yeah,
see on
100%.
Discord if I don't message you.
Yeah, chat.
Okay,
But I'll
cool.
check you.
Cheers.
Bye.
So you can see in the market, as we await higher impact news, we are seeing some consolidation, very little volume, and I'm thinking that we should have some really nice moves later today with CPI here on gold. So if you guys are keen for a CPI stream, just give a shout there in the chat. Let's do it. Then I've put a poll up so you guys can answer there. Yeah, look at GJ. This is tough. Very tough. Looking like a no trade day. Okay, chat has spoken. I'll do a stream for CPR. Just make sure you are on the Discord group. I'll give a heads up just before I go live. I've got to take my car in for a service at 11. So I don't really want to get stuck in a trade here. And there's low volume. And it takes an hour or two to play out. Right now, nothing is lining up for me. So I think it's best I call it a day right here. Still looking for a closure above 166,890. That could very well still play out. And other than that, yeah, I'd be taking it easy and just coming back in New York session. So I think that's going to be it for the day. But don't forget the CPI stream this afternoon. That should be fun. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for joining today. Pretty slow day. Really didn't miss much here. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Cheers.